So we've seen how we can apply different kind of border, right? We can choose a color, we can choose a border design. Now in the font section itself, if we look at the small arrow, so there are different things which we can achieve when we click here. If we click here, a small window pops up, and here we can see that there are some other functionalities which can be achieved with the fonts in Excel. For example, if I want to write H2SO4, right? So if I write H2SO4, it doesn't look like the chemical formula. It looks like the alphabets written one after the other. So what I'll do is I'll select this 2 here. Once I have selected the 2 here, I'll click the button and I'll click on subscript. And as I click on subscript and say OK, you can see the 2 has come down as a subscript. Now 4 also, if I select and I'll click here and I'll use the subscript button and say OK. So you can see that now H2SO4 looks like the way it is written in chemistry as a chemical formula. And if you increase the size, you can see it properly that H2SO4 has been written here. Okay. Similarly, there is a superscript function. Now what does superscript do? Suppose if I have to write 5 cube is equal to 125, right? I have written here 5 cube is equal to 125, but it doesn't look like that. It's looking as if I have written 53 is equal to 125. Now here if I select the 3 and I again click on the small button and use the superscript function, superscript feature, and as I click here, you can see that now I have achieved 5 cube is equal to 125. So anything which you have to do with font, related to font, will be found here only. There is another thing which is called the strike through. So suppose I'm not happy with the data which has been written here in the first row, and I want it to be highlighted by striking it. I can just go there and I can click on the strike through option and say OK, and everything will be cut across like this. Okay friends, so there are a number of things which we can achieve through this strike through. If I remove and if I say OK, the strike through has gone. So in this way we can use the font function to play around with the font size of the font. We can increase the size, reduce the size. We can choose different color of our fonts from here. We can also choose the background colors from here, and we can bold our font, put it into italic forms. We can do underline, double underline, then we can do superscript, subscript. All these things can be achieved from here in the font section. So friends, I hope that you have been able to learn the font section. Practice it watching the video again. In the next session we meet and we'll discuss about the alignment group in the home tab, and we'll learn what all can be achieved through the alignment section. So thank you for watching friends. Let's meet in the next session.